Okay, so we made it to New Orleans, and today we're going to walk around and do kind of a POV photography of downtown in the French Quarter. We're going to be shooting on the Sigma 24-70. This is a full frame lens for Sony cameras, and I'm shooting on the a6400, which is actually the crop body aps-c line. I kind of wanted to just see how good a full frame lens like the Sigma 24-70 would be on this camera. See if this maybe is a better option than just upgrading the camera body to something like the a7 III. Nice thing though is if I do end up wanting to do that, this lens will still be future proof for that. Anyways, we're going to walk around and just kind of see what this lens looks like, see what kind of shots we can get with it, and hopefully the rain holds off because it's supposed to rain all day today. But anyways, let's go check it out. Yep, I had this little pirate bar here. It used to be a pirate jail. It's apparently haunted too. Street's kind of cool with all the things, but I think we can get further. It's not quite wide enough for these shots. One thing you want to do too is just constantly keep changing around your focal ranges, because if you shoot everything at the one focal range, every one of your photos is going to start to look the same. Unfortunately, with these big buildings and we're kind of close, kind of need to go to the wider side of everything, so that's why I'm shooting a lot of these in like a 24. So we have kind of an overcast day with patches of sun coming in and out, so we're getting some weird lighting off and on, but trying to control as best I can here. kind of cool. There's a lot of detail in here. What I think is good is kind of cool.
Is this a panda?
I don't know. What I was saying is one real cool thing about this city I like is there's a lot of like grit in everything and dirt. And when you bring any of these photos into like Lightroom and bring up that like clarity dial, it's going to make everything look really cool because it's so detailed. Yeah, this New Orleans is a pretty cool city. If you go down to like Bourbon Street, it's going to be a lot of things that you would expect to see in like Cancun, just kind of a big party street. But pretty much if you kind of wander around and start wandering around part of the city, you'll see lots of cool historic buildings, some like cafes, fun stuff like that. So if you guys are ever in like New Orleans, this is a fun place. This whole week we've been here so far, it's been rainy, and there's been parts of New Orleans that have been getting under floods. I think a tornado hit last night, so we had like tornado sirens going off at night. Alright, so sometimes you get this kind of cool natural framing with like the balconies, so we're just gonna get everything centered there and start shooting some shots. So we've been dealing with a lot of like sun jumping behind clouds and back all day here, so I'm constantly changing my shutter speed to control this. It's kind of cool. Let's go one more block down. We got some cool trees here. That's cool. One thing I'm liking so far on this lens is that it is like an incredibly sharp lens. It like locks onto focus very quick, and it's got a pretty good range. So it's the 36 to 105. It is a really front heavy lens on the a6400. The grip isn't the greatest on this camera. I would say this would be similar to this if you were to pop this on like an a7C as well. I got a car behind me. But from the little I got to use this before we left, this is a very sharp, it shows lots of details. It's probably, I don't know, it feels similar to some of my other Sigma lenses as far as sharpness. But I haven't had a Sigma that wasn't a prime lens, so I haven't been able to zoom or have a range. So far I like this lens. I will say in this town specifically, using the 24 lens, which is like 36 millimeter, it's a little tight. I can't quite get the shots I want out of it because these roads are very close together. And like where you get to these kind of corners of these rounded balconies or galleys, you can't quite get back far enough with this on a crop body. I think it would be totally different on a full frame. I think on a full frame this thing would have a lot better stretch as far as width, but on the crop body it's a little tight in here. But I think I do like this a lot so far for kind of portraits. I'm used to the 18 to 105, so I'm used to having a lens that zooms in a little further than this. So I do kind of like, I wish this had a little bit more range to it, but it is what it is. It is the focal length that we're using. So when we left our hotel, we were told that, well, pretty much the whole day today was supposed to be storming all last night, storming throughout the day. It was going to clear up for a couple hours. I was really hoping for the streets to be wet, for there to be a lot of puddles, so we could try to get some reflections on the ground. Didn't happen. It's supposedly supposed to rain again tonight, but we'll see. Haven't seen. It's still been pretty sunny and cloudy today. We take pictures of them taking pictures.
Be pointing out all the dogs for you to take pictures of. That was kind of good. I think we can move from this bit now.
Okay, so we're heading out of the French Quarter, heading towards Canal Street now. So we're gonna try to get some of these trolleys. Speaking of which, there's one right there. Alright guys, so that's the Sigma 24-70 on the a6400. My opinion as far as doing street photography in New Orleans, I liked it on the street itself, but then trying to do some of the buildings, I think this lens is not quite wide enough for the aps-c line, at least on narrow streets with large buildings. If I could get further back, then it's not a problem, but obviously any lens that could be said about. Right now we're currently using this on the video. I'm about arm's length apart from the lens, so this is kind of what it looks like. Probably not the greatest vlog lens because it is a little too close, because it is like a 36mm. But I do believe this lens is really sharp. I really like the look of it on photos. I think this is a really good upgrade for people who have aps-c cameras, who eventually will be going to full frame camera. That way you already have a great lens for you down the road. This lens does currently list at about $1,100 now. Sometimes you will see it for about $1,000. You do see this thing used every now and then as well. It's a lens that's not going to be breaking the bank, and it's going to future-proof you if you do go to a full-frame camera as well. Alright guys, so if you have any questions, go ahead and leave me a comment down below. While you're down there, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any other gear reviews, film tutorials, and vlogs. As always, we'll catch you on the next one, guys. Gotta get back to Minnesota. Later.